So today let's begin with an example, with a situation. It's 2 a.m. You have an important presentation tomorrow. You've prepared well. Your slides are ready. You've rehearsed, but your mind, it does the trick. Your mind is writing disaster scripts. What if I forget everything? What if they ask a question I can't answer? What if what my voice shakes? And what if they think I am incompetent? Your heart is racing, your palms are sweaty, you're exhausted but wired. And the cruel irony, the thing you're anxious about hasn't even happened yet. You're living tomorrow's imaginary disaster today. Or maybe it's simpler. You sent a text 3 hours ago, they've read it, no reply, and now your brain is a courtroom. Did I say something wrong? Are they mad at me? Are they ghosting me? Or should I double text? Should I call? Welcome to the anxiety spiral, a place where all live rent free far too often. And today we are talking about something that might change how you relate to that knot in your stomach, transforming your anxiety into awareness. So let's acknowledge something. Anxiety is everywhere. It becomes the background noise of modern life. Teenagers are anxious about marks, college admissions, how many likes their post got, whether their friends are talking behind their back, if they'll get a job after graduation. The pressure is relentless. And adults? Anxious about job security, EMIs, aging parents, whether their child is falling behind, what relatives will say, whether they are good enough partners, good enough parents, good enough, blah, blah, blah. And here's what makes it worse: we treat anxiety like the enemy. We say, just stop overthinking, chill out, don't be so negative, as if you can simply switch it off like a light, as if you chose to feel this way. But what if I told you that anxiety isn't your enemy? What if it's actually trying to help you, just in the world's most annoying way? So here's the truth: anxiety is an alarm, not a verdict. It's your mind's way of asking for attention, not punishment. And once you understand what it's actually saying, it loses its grip on you. Let's break it down. Anxiety is future focused fear of uncertainty. Let me say it again: future focused fear of uncertainty. It's your brain's catastrophic weather forecast for events that haven't happened. It's worrying about the storm before checking if there are even clouds in the sky. Think about it. When you're anxious about your exam results, the results haven't come yet. When you are anxious about that job interview, you haven't had it yet. And when you're anxious about what someone thinks of you, you don't actually know what they think. So anxiety lives entirely in the land of what if. And your brain, your beautiful, overprotective brain, thinks it's helping. It's trying to prepare you for every worst case scenario so you're not blindsided. And it's your personal hyperactive security guard who sees threats in every shadow. But here's the problem: Your body can't tell the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. So when you are lying in bed, worrying about tomorrow's meeting, your body responds as if a tiger is chasing you right now. Heart racing, breath shallow, muscles tense, full panic mode for a PowerPoint presentation. Your body is ready to fight or flee, but there's nothing to fight and nowhere to flee. So all that energy just swirls inside you. And that's the physical sensation of anxiety. So, how do we transform this? How do we shift from being hijacked by anxiety to understanding it? And the answer is awareness, not suppression, not distraction, awareness, simple awareness. Awareness transforms anxiety into understanding. So instead of being swept away by the feeling, you step back and observe it. You become curious instead of consumed. Let me give you an example. You're about to enter a social gathering, maybe a wedding, a party, or maybe the first day at new job. Your stomach is in knots, your hands are clammy, thoughts are racing. What if I don't fit in? What if I say something stupid? What if they don't like me? But then, if it's a old response, that is the anxious one, push the feeling down, tell yourself to get over it, feel worse because now you're anxious about being anxious. But if it's an awareness response, you'll pause, place your hand on your chest, notice the feeling without judgment, and say to yourself, this is anxiety. My body is activated. What is this feeling trying to tell me? And when you actually listen, you realize I care about making a good impression. I want to be accepted. I'm in an unfamiliar situation and that feels vulnerable. And suddenly, anxiety isn't some random monster attacking you, it's information. It's a system saying, hey, this matters to you. So I'm putting us on alert. And that shift from what's wrong with me to what's happening for me changes everything. So here's the thing about anxiety, it has patterns. Once you start paying attention, you notice the triggers. Maybe every time you open Instagram, you feel a wave of inadequacy. Now that's a trigger. Maybe every Sunday evening you feel a sense of dread about Monday. That's trigger too. Maybe every time your parent calls unexpectedly, your heart skips. That's trigger. So awareness helps you recognize, this situation activates my nervous system. And once you know the trigger, you can prepare. But in the moment when anxiety hits, you need tools to ground yourself because anxiety pulls you into the future, into the storm of what ifs. Grounding pulls you back to the present, to what's actually happening right now. So let me help you with a few, grounding techniques. The first one is the most common, most practiced one, deep breathing. And we kind of do every day. So not just any breathing, slow, intentional breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. So it's like the 4, 4, 6. But why 6? Because a longer exhale signals to your nervous system we are safe. Stand down and do this 3 times. And watch your racing heart begins to slow. You're essentially hacking your own biology. Then the other grounding technique can be the 5-4-3-2-1 method. So, when your mind is spiraling into tomorrow's disasters, anchor yourself in today. Name 5 things you can see right now. Like, I see my laptop, I see my water bottle, the window, the plant, my notes. 5 things. 4 things you can touch. I feel the chair beneath me, my feet on the floor, the fabric of my shirt, the coolness of the desk. 4 things. And 3 things you can hear. I hear the fan, a car outside, someone talking in the next room. 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And by the time you finish, your brain has shifted from future panic to present moment. You've disrupted the spiral. And this isn't magic, it's neuroscience. You're redirecting your attention from the amygdala, the brain's panic button, to the prefrontal cortex, the part that can think clearly. And here's the most powerful tool I can give you. When anxiety shows up, instead of pushing it away or letting it take over, ask 2 questions. One, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Maybe you need to prepare more. Okay. So prepare. Or maybe it's saying you're overwhelmed and need rest. Okay. Take rest. Or maybe it's saying you care about this outcome. Okay. That's not bad. That's human. And second question, is this a fact or a fear? So I'm going to fail. Fear or fact? You don't know yet. I didn't prepare at all. If that's true, it's a fact. If you did prepare, then it's fear. They hate me. Fear or fact? Unless they told you directly, it's fear. Your mind filling in blanks with worst case assumptions. So when you separate facts from fears, anxiety loses its power because fears can be questioned, facts can be handled. Let me leave you with this today. Anxiety isn't your enemy. It's your overprotective friend who doesn't know when to chill. It's not here to destroy you. It's here because some part of you cares deeply about being good enough, about being safe, about mattering. The goal isn't to eliminate anxiety, it's to transform your relationship with it, to stop running from it and start listening to it, to stop letting it write the story of your life. So here's your practice. The next time anxiety shows up, and it will, don't fight it. Don't ignore it. Just pause. Put your hand on your heart, take 3 deep breaths, and ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Is this a fact or a fear? And then write it down. Write a compassionate response to your anxious self, the way you would speak to a frightened friend, not dismissive, kind, not harsh, understanding. Now, you might write, I hear that you are scared about tomorrow. That makes sense. This matters to you. But right now, in this moment, you're safe. You're prepared. And whatever happens, we'll handle it. And that's awareness. That's transformation. And that's taking your power back. Remember, anxiety may be loud, but doesn't get to be in charge. You do. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.